Okay, I think I'm here. Let's see. I um, wanted to come in and give a little support because I noticed what was happening within my home and my family, just with everything that's going on in our local community and also like beyond in the world. And myself as a mom, and I mean, it's not a localized experience, but as moms, we tend to really like chew on the feeling of worry, and like as long as I keep thinking about it, that's a good thing, right? Like, and you hear about news and you have to share it, and like, did you notice, and have you seen the photos, and let's all keep talking about the bad things that are happening. And today's energy, we're in the Three of Clubs, which is mental creativity. However, when you go on the low side of that, it's going to turn into worry and anxiety because the low side of mental creativity is really imagining all those what ifs, like what if the worst case scenario happens, and um, that's not helpful. Basically putting it, if you keep just thinking, yeah, but what if this happens, and then what if this happens, and I noticed it this morning, checking in with Facebook, hey Ashley, and social media, and I saw that friends of mine, the farming communities are, there's some of them that are being evacuated, and they're having to just like leave their animals and go. And so right away I started checking in with my friend, like, where are you in this situation? And picking up on that energy of like, what if this all really goes sideways? And and then my kids started picking up on that because they saw my reaction, and they are like, well, what's going to happen to the animals, and what's going to happen? And I was like, and on, in the background, my husband, love him, but he is the worst for worst case scenarios. He's like, we got to start stockpiling and all this. I'm like, okay, this is not the energy I want to start with first thing on a Wednesday morning. And it's not helping. Good morning, Stacy. So I wanted to come in here and do some tapping to show you how to help release, like get out of that worry state of mind, because we do it with all kinds of stuff. Those times that you wake up in the middle of the night and just start thinking, oh, well, yeah, what if? And during the day, it can almost feel like a, a good thing, like I'm being proactive and I'm planning ahead. But if you're always planning for the worst case scenario, that's what is going to arrive. It's almost like you're sending a signal to the universe, like, okay, I'm ready, bring it on. And yes, it's good to be prepared and to plan ahead, but it's also not healthy for your body to be in this high state of anxiety all the time, right? Um, we put ourselves into that fight flight mode way too often, and I see it happening right now that we're kind of watching, like, well, they're in danger, so therefore I should start worrying about myself being in danger, rather than getting that mental creativity happening, like, okay, what can I do to help this situation? And what kind of state of mind do I want to be in through this situation? Because things are going to happen, but we don't have to be like through it. It's possible to, yes, see the worry, see the concerns, and then what, right? If that makes sense. So I'm going to try and keep this short, but also I I am not scripted, so I'm just going to wing it and see what comes up and comes through. So take a few breaths and allow your body to settle. Oh, and maybe, oh, Instagram's coming in and out. Yeah, yeah, Ashley, it's scary to see, and we, same as, oh, you're back. Same as last year with when quarantine happened. We all thought we were being proactive by going out and shopping and everything, but then it is creating an impact for the families with lower incomes who cannot just blow money towards the what if situations. And we are creating negative situations for others with this panicking. So, if you haven't tapped with me before, it's a watch and copy kind of situation, and hopefully my internet will hold out here. But you're just gonna watch and copy what I'm doing and saying. So starting on the side of the hand, tapping on the karate chop point, we're just going to acknowledge these feelings for now. Even though I have a lot of worry about what's happening right now, that's okay. I love and accept myself anyway. Even though when I see what's happening in the news, I worry about how it's going to impact me. And that makes me anxious. That's okay. I love and accept myself anyway. Even though all of these things that are out of my control are causing a lot of worry, I see this worry and I love and accept all parts of me. Top of the head. I want to keep my awareness on everything. Eyebrow point. It feels really important to know everything that's happening. Side of the eye. I see what's happening with nature and politics under the eyes. And I worry about how it's going to impact me. Under the nose. I feel the worry in other people and it's impacting how I feel. Under the mouth. I find it hard not to take on other people's concerns. Collarbone point. It makes it hard for me to relax. Under the arms, because it feels more important to stay in this worry. Under the chest, what if I make a mistake and I don't plan ahead? Wrist point, what's going to happen? Top of the head, all of these worrying thoughts. Eyebrow point. I wonder if there's a way to step out from underneath them. side of the eye, and choose something else instead. So that is the best thing that I find about tapping, is being able to notice, yes, I'm having these thoughts, I'm having these thoughts. And sometimes if this is happening a lot for you, it even helps to have a notebook nearby and just check in with your thoughts. What am I thinking? What am I allowing to run through my head on an hourly basis, even? Like, oh, there I am thinking again about what's happening in the weather. And there I am again checking the weather network. There I am again. Like, how is that helping how I want to feel and what I want to do to be checking? I mean, yes, if you're in that emergency situation and you have to be checking to see if you have to evacuate, I get it. That's a different situation. But for me, up in higher level ground, that is not helping me and it's not helping them. So, how do I want to be in this situation? Can I be aware of what's happening and not get sucked into the worry? Is the question. So, how do you want to feel during these moments? And recognize that this energy, this worry energy, is like a fuel. It's not all of you. It's not that anxiety that you're having is not, I am an anxious person. It's like, no, I'm having these anxious thoughts. And I wonder what I can direct my thoughts to think instead. So let's tap into that a little bit more. Even though I was feeling anxious and I held a lot of worry, I'm starting to feel a little calmer. And I love and accept all parts of me. Even though I see that worry inside me, almost like a pinwheel that just keeps spinning, I'm starting to wonder how I can use that energy in a different way. Even though this spinning worry inside my head wants to take all my attention, I recognize that concern and I love and accept all parts of me. Okay, top of the head. Maybe I can choose to feel a different way. Eyebrow point. This worry is not all of me. Side of the eye. It is creative thoughts that need somewhere to go. Under the eyes. I wonder how it would feel to give those thoughts some direction. Under the nose. Maybe I don't need to hold on to this worry pinwheel anymore. Under the mouth. How would my body feel if I allowed the pinwheel to slow down? Collarbone point. If I could bring some calmness into my body. Under the arms. How would it feel to allow some safety here? Under the chest. I'm giving myself permission to release some of this worry. Wrist point, so that I can move this energy in a more productive way. Top of the head, because I want to be a source of calm in my family. Eyebrow point, I'm getting ready to make this change. Okay. I'm just continuing with this pinwheel metaphor because when you get an image, it helps to stick with it, right? Oh, Ashley, you came over here. I think Instagram just kept cutting out on me. Sorry about that. Yes, I love that comment. I'm not an anxious person, Ashley. I'm just having anxious thoughts. And that's the I mean, we have to be aware of what's happening when we watch social media and the news, that they're just going to keep building and building if that's all you're exposing yourself to. So yes, be aware and have the empathy for people, but taking on their worry is not helpful. It's empathy is when you see someone in a situation and you think, how can I help? Rather than like the sympathy is like, oh, let's take it on and feel it with them. And so, yeah, what can we do to help? And even within our home, um, panic Christmas shopping, Stacey. Yeah, I live with a UPS driver, and he's a bit of a doomsday. I love him, but the doomsday stuff of like, well, the truck lines and blah blah blah. I'm like, how is that helping us today? How do we want to feel about today? And yeah, if things happen, that's okay, right? If Christmas shopping gets changed, that's okay. We have changed before. Look at what we changed through last year with lockdown and quarantine and everything else. We are resilient, especially as moms. We are amazingly resilient at like, oh, it's pouring rain and we need to move the party. Let's see what we can do, right? Like it's okay. It's okay to grieve like, oh, I had this plan and now this is changing. But yeah, we are amazing at shifting into a new plan. So let's tap into that because that feels really good. And I really didn't want to be on here for hours. So one more round. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Stacey. Okay. Even though a small part of me still feels that need to worry, the bigger part of me is ready to step out into new action. And I love and accept all parts of me. Even though I had held on to my worry pinwheel, thinking that I was doing good service, I am letting the breeze slow down so that I can bring calm into my body and make better decisions. Even though part of me still thinks it's important to keep on track of all of the things. And I've been praised in the past for planning ahead. I forgive that part of me now. And I choose to find a peaceful resilience. Okay, top of the head. It is safe to stop worrying. eyebrow point. I am choosing again for myself. Side of the eye. I choose to release that worry pinwheel. Under the eyes. I set it down and walk away. Under the nose. And with this new calm energy under the mouth, I ask myself, what's next? Collarbone point. I'm releasing that need to worry. Under the arms, I'm releasing the need to control. Under the chest, I choose my emotions for myself. Wrist point, so that I can make decisions from a calm place. Top of the head, I am safe to stop worrying. Eyebrow point, I am a place of calm. Okay, I'm going to stop there. And thank you so much for joining, those of you who joined live. And if you're catching the replay, I hope this helps. I am going to send this to a friend of mine who is really going through all the stuff right now. This is the way that tapping works, to notice the thought and be able to step outside of it instead of feeling like you are stuck inside it. And it's powerful for adults and it's also amazing for kids. So if you're noticing that your kids are like, oh, did you hear? Oh, did you hear? Tapping is another way. And it doesn't have to be big phrases. It's like, even though I'm worried, I still love myself anyways. Big stuff, right? So I'm sending you all love and calm. And yes, let's be a resilient bunch of people and see what we can do next. Instead of spreading the worry, let's make better decisions. All right. Everything will work out the way it's meant to work out. We can help. Have a great day.